My name is Amari Ansari. I am a musician, a composer, and a music teacher. On any given day, regardless of how I feel, I'm always inspired by the idea that there will always be creative minds living in the world. The human condition, essentially, is what draws me. Just the need to express ourselves, the need to communicate and connect with other people. Regardless of language, background, the human connection is kind of what inspires me. You always have to pay homage to those before you. In order to know where you want to go, you have to know where you've been. It's super important to be aware of where your music sits, where your creativity sits in this realm of consciousness. Music has always been around. My grandmother was a big band singer. My mom grew up in the church playing organ and flute as well. So the first instrument I tried to play was flute. And when I was 8, I started playing saxophone. It was the first instrument I've ever really dedicated my time to. So at the age of 9, I met my mentor. His name is Dr. Frank Adams Sr. He was the lead alto player for the Birmingham Heritage Band. I met him through my grandmother, and he was my mentor up until his passing, and he taught me a lot about music. Doc taught me a lot about life. He taught me a lot about what it meant to be a responsible human being that contributes to society beyond just music. I mean, it's about the music, but spiritually it's about creating something that is more than yourself. If anything, for my music, I want people to feel joy, to feel jovial, to feel happy, to be spiritually moved in a way that inspires them to create something, to search for something in their own day-to-day life. Whether you want to be the best dancer, or you want to be the best omelet maker, or if you want to be the best driver, anything you want to do it to your best ability and really enjoy it. I want people to leave after they hear me play, after they listen to my music, and be inspired to essentially be a better version of themselves. I originally came to New Orleans for school. Actually, I got the Ellis Marsalis scholarship to go to the University of New Orleans. So I came down. It's man, I really love the city. I really love the energy. I love the people in the city. Also, I love the history behind the city, musically, culturally speaking too. And also there's just a lot of personality to the city. I stayed here. I've been here, I guess it's been 12 years I've been living in New Orleans. But it's different. It's different than my Birmingham roots. I love everything that Birmingham has instilled in me growing up. And New Orleans is just an addition to that. Currently, my main gig is the St. Paul and the Broken Bones, and I love that. They're some of my, honestly, oldest friends in Birmingham. The bass player I've known the longest, Jesse Phillips. I actually bought, if you can see, this saxophone from Jesse Phillips when I was 9. And Jesse actually, he stayed in touch with me. He really showed up. And eventually I was man, I want to see what you're doing. And lo and behold, this is where I am now. I think last year or the year before, we were on tour maybe 175 days out of the year. So we do a lot of work. So when you're on stage and you're performing with other musicians, there's a lot of trust you have to have. It's you're holding each other's hands, really. But you have to at least agree on a lot of different things in very split seconds. It's a conversation without words. A lot of it is body language, a lot of it is eye contact, a lot of it is so split second that you make the decisions before you even realize you're in that position. Even to the students that I teach, I want them to feel, and I want them, the people I play with, the students to feel that they can trust me. As a person, but also as a creative mind. I got you, don't worry about it. I love when people talk about goals as a musician, or just anything with the creative mind, because it's a passion. So you want to do it every day, but you don't want to burn yourself out. So you have to train yourself to rest your mind, to ease your mind. But then when you're at 100%, 100%. If you're going to do that, do that. If you're working, work. But if you're relaxing, relax. I know for me, it brings me a lot of peace of mind. Setting goals, I have a vision board, I write things down. It really helps me get to the next level. 2019, I released my debut EP, Voices, which is an ode to all of the ancestors that have come before me that allowed me to do what I do today. Even the song content, like the titles of the song, Kinfolk is one of the singles I released that is an immediate homage to like Doc, Frank Adams, and my grandmother, even my great-grandfather, who I actually didn't meet, but they say I'm like the reincarnation of. For the EP release, I had some of my closest friends, a bunch of people that to me are great musicians, but also great people. It's good to hang out with people that you love, people that are close to you spiritually, people that push you as a musician to like search for things. You know, as artists, we're constantly searching for personal worth, efficacy. There's a lot to be found in like that journey for purpose, essentially. So being able to do that with friends and brothers in like a community that is as rich as the New Orleans community is a privilege. To work as a musician is like, it's a beautiful thing, but it also comes like with any career with its downfalls. Like, if I'm being honest, there's a lot of highs, but also a lot of lows. The beauty of that, you have to be able to appreciate the highs when they are there and understand that when you are in the low, it won't always be like that. Many times as musicians, we define ourselves by like our successes in the music industry. But the music industry within itself is a somewhat fickle industry. You need to be able to play music. You need to be able to teach music. You need to be able to write music. You need to be able to record music. Again, my mentor did a very, very good job, Dr. Frank Adams, in instilling in me that, yeah, this will be hard, but if you love it, if you do what you believe is your best, then good things will come to you. And I would like to think that's what I've been doing so far.